Okay, go ahead. Do your intro, bitch.
Do your intro, bitch. If you got an intro, you gotta do that shit.
You got
I
an
don't
intro.
know if it's a good intro.
Just
though.
try one, bro.
Damn, I forgot it. I should have written it down. I actually
on,
don't.
Oh shit, these levels are too high, bro.
Yeah, you can't just drop it in the middle of this.
Yeah,
can.
whatever. Yeah, you could. That's what we did last.
Yeah, I can.
Is it recording?
It's recording now.
Hello and welcome to an episode of Nerds Assemble. Damn it! See, I fucked up again.
Keep going, bro.
Yeah, don't stop when you fuck up. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Hello, my fellow nerds, and welcome to an episode of Nerds Assemble, where we talk about movies, TV shows, and possibly comic books. I am your host, AJ Fox. This is my co-host,
Tommy Vercetti.
Tommy Vercetti. All right.
Guest star in Machu Picchu.
Yeah, bro.
We in it
Long
now.
John Johnson, bro.
Hey.
Where we talk about today we're talking about Spider-Man, right?
Spider-Man, yeah.
Are we gonna be talking about
Andrew Garfield, the best fucking Spider-Man ever.
Yeah, bro. That's the
All
only
right,
one.
well, you
and
need
only
to shut
Spider-Man.
the fuck up. Hey, get the fuck out of your house.
I just want to go on record and say that, like, I don't like Tobey Maguire.
I love Tobey Maguire.
I thought he was, like, low-key, when he first came out, I was like, I liked it because it was the first Spider-Man movie that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just had it was good to watch. But it didn't, like, he didn't fit Peter Parker. Like, after
Is it because he's too old? Because that dude was fucking 26.
No, it was
he was 26.
It was his attitude. Like, I like a younger Peter Parker. Like, that's what I like read when I was growing up with fucking Spider-Man.
So it is because he was too old.
Yeah, well,
They set him up as 18 in that movie. He was set up as 18.
he didn't act 18. He did, but he acted like too. How would I put it? Too fucking. I don't know. He didn't have the wit behind it. He didn't have the snappy joke. He had a little bit, but it sounded weird. It sounded weird him saying that. Like, I don't know how to say it. It sounded forced. Yeah. It sounded like he was.
You thought it was forced words?
Yeah, it sounded like McLovin trying to hit on people. No, he's no, my bad. He's clean with it. He hits all the. What's his name? The other frail motherfucker that did a show.
Tommy's Sarah. Michael.
Sarah. Yeah, Sarah. So when he does like jokes to try to come at, it's dry and it's like it misses on you at first, and that's kind of how I felt.
See, I felt like
Maguire
it wasn't
was.
like you talking about when he was Spider-Man, right? Not as
Yeah.
Peter Parker. All right, so as Spider-Man felt like he was coming, but it wasn't like a like slap on the knee type of thing. It was just like it was a joke, and you just kept going with the scene. But like other Spider-Mans, like Andrew Garfield, where he had like a crook against the wall.
Yeah,
he was just and he would sneeze and like webbings would come out and hit him. I was like, yeah, that's a joke that you were gonna like that was good.
And that's Spider-Man to me.
Yeah,
like he does jokes for himself. He doesn't do it for other people.
Mm-hmm.
He does it to like just entertain him. I mean, I don't know. I'm not fucking Spider-Man, but like well, that's what I could tell.
Spider-Man, he tells jokes to hide his fear. He has fear. Like when he puts on the suit, he has fear, and he
That's some
hides
deep shit
behind
right
it.
there. You know about his personality.
I do know about his personality. I've read a lot of comic books. But yeah, he does the jokes. Well,
That's why you're the host of the fucking show, man. Mr. Fox.
Ultimate Spider-Man. He explains that that's the reason why he does it is because he's hiding
Ultimate
his fear.
Spider-Man?
Ultimate Spider-Man.
I thought they were different.
They're They're very similar. It was just like
That's where the Green Goblin's kind of like a dragon-looking thing, right?
He's like big, he's real big and whatnot. Yeah.
In the Ultimates?
In the Ultimate Spider-Man.
I fuck with Ultimate Thor. Ultimate Thor's like little get-up. He looks like a new age, like a rocker style of. He looks like James Hetfield from Metallica.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the beard, right?
Yeah, for real, huh?
Yeah, he doesn't have the beard.
No,
or he does.
Does he? He gets it at some point, but it's just the outfit and the way, and he talked like the way they write it. But it's still the same. I think they write it in like all old
similar,
Norse.
Yeah.
I fuck with that actually.
Like in the movies, he throws the coffee down. Like
the only like thing from Ultimate Spider-Man that I know is that they got thrown on an island or some shit. There was like a massacre island or something.
See, now you got way past me there.
Savage Lands. The Savage Lands. I think that's what I'm talking about. Was it?
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man was there.
Oh, okay.
I think they had something to do. I remember that, and I remember Deadpool being there. I remember them having some kind of. Maybe I'm just like mixing shit at this point, but I remember them having an interaction. I was like, this is weird. Because Ultimate Deadpool was a little weird, and so was Ultimate Spider-Man for me.
There's a lot of versions of Deadpool.
What do you remember most about the Spider-Man movie, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movie?
Well, most of it I remember is from the second movie, which we're not even talking about today.
Bonesaw is ready! Bonesaw is ready! I love that shit, actually. It's my favorite part of that whole shit. Yeah,
that was great. And
it's a playtime.
I love that scene. And it was good. It was funny because, like, things that they was talking about, the things that they was doing in that scene is not passable today. I think Spider-Man was trying to piss him off again.
Oh, did your husband get that for you?
Did your husband make that? I think he said, did he knit it for you or something like that? And I was like, ooh, you probably wouldn't be able to say anything like that.
You're saying that in this...
You can't call him soft by calling him gay?
Did your husband make... Hey, you...
It'd be funny if he would have stopped right then and be like, yeah, actually he did. Thanks for asking. And then, fuck you! Or some shit, Came after him. Didn't he just hit the gate after that? Didn't he just come after him like, trying to shake him down? Spider-Man was like, whoa!
He flipped.
Yeah, he did. He did run. He run after him. And he did that like jump in the air.
He had good posturing. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense. He had good Spider-Man posture.
I thought he was terrible as Spider-Man though. I did think he was terrible as Spider-Man. I thought he played an excellent Peter Parker because he played that wimpy, pathetic. he played pathetic pretty fucking good.
Okay.
Like he was spot on with pathetic.
Yeah. He looked like he was pining for Mary Jane the whole time. Like he was like,
yeah, the first one he was just like immediately just after Mary Jane.
Remember when the rain and you could see her nipples?
That's probably the best part for most nerds.
Yeah, I think I jerked it when I was little. Because it was like when the water.
I never liked Kristen Dunst, so
I just like nipples.
I've never liked, but except for that movie, and she reminds me of that one chick from The Mask. You ever seen The Mask?
Cameron Diaz.
That's the only movie where I was like, God damn. Like after that, it was just like, she's
Cameron's similar to her, isn't she?
You're white.
No, face wise, like I don't know. I can't. I can't picture either of them right now.
No. The Mary Jane, she got a bigger face than Cameron, and it's a redhead. Well, she's got like wide.
I think in real life they're both blonde. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I mix them up. Fucking blondes.
But we're about to get canceled judging these women upon their faces and talk about titties. So let's go back to that.
Bonesaw is ready.
That's how you bring it back, bro. Like 3 minutes of playtime. The guy. Remember, he helps out a guy. Well, he doesn't stop the guy that robs. The guy that steals all the guy's money.
Right, and I love that scene. That was a good scene.
And that guy had bleached blonde tips.
I would have stopped anybody who had bleached blonde fucking tips.
There you go. You look like
what the fuck? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This wasn't in the 90s, was it? 2002? Damn, that's pretty close.
Yeah, 2000.
That's pretty fucking close.
Yeah, the CGI. I'll watch that CGI again. I was like, man, within a couple more decades, this is not going to be like it's not going to be passable at all.
Yo, were the towers in that movie?
2002.
I don't remember the Twin Towers that got taken down a year
2001.
before.
No?
Right, a year before.
They took them out.
But you think they probably did filming while they were up? Because they do a filming before.
I'm sure it was all like CGI.
That's fucking ridiculous. I never thought about that at the time.
It's all movies like that. What is it? William Dafoe. He's scary looking already, bro. You've mentioned that his face will look better just as it is with like paint instead of the armor, right? Was that you who said that?
I don't think that was me. I did watch a video where they showed like different takes on different masks that they was thinking about using, and I think I probably was the one that said that. But they did have different masks. They wanted him to be able to move and show expressions. I don't know why they went with this one particular. I actually like this mask. A lot of people bitched about it because they was like, I can't see his face. I don't know what his expressions are. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
He's a crazy fucker in the show, or in the movie. Why do you need to see?
Yeah, We don't need to see. Mandalorian showed that you don't need to see the dude's face, to get like
10 years later.
Do you remember? There's a part where he tells his son, which is the Harry Osborn, which is what's the guy that he was
18 years later. God damn.
What's that guy that he was in that movie? He's like, throw the football. Mark, you're killing me, Lisa. No.
No idea.
Got the artist or something. Who's the guy?
God. Oh my God! The worst movie ever made. The Room. The Room. Yeah.
This guy
with Tommy Nassau.
Okay, 27 hours. He cut off his arm.
Oh, James Franco.
James Franco. There you go.
James Franco is the best, bro. I fucking love James Franco.
So James Franco.
That's what you was trying to get at.
That's what you
You ever seen a movie with James Franco? Right, finish your thought, actually.
So James Franco, in that movie, he steals Spider-Man's girl, right? He steals,
What's his
MJ.
face?
His son.
Harry, yeah.
Which I think he was like kind of legit for, like, he wasn't an asshole.
Yeah, he was a good friend. He had daddy issues.
He had daddy issues.
I mean,
but yeah, that makes sense.
Legitly.
But he swooped in, right? And then it was Thanksgiving in that movie, and then he was trying to have his dad meet, and they were having Thanksgiving dinner at the apartment of Peter.
Yeah.
Aunt May was there, MJ was there, and he invited his dad. And he bought like some sort of pie or something. Mm. That's where he finds out Spider-Man is Spider-Man because the blood falls on him.
Right.
Do you know what part when I was younger I thought was particularly kind of real and savage? So he's trying to get them to meet MJ, and then he tells him like, "Bro, just do what you need to do with this chick and broom her fast." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh shit, bro!" Like he was just talking about having sexual.
And she could hear everything that he said, which he was trying to be. He defended her, and I felt like because when he walked back in the house, she was like, "Thanks for sticking up for me," and I was like, "Are you being?" Like, was you being sincere about that? Thanks for sticking up.
He's a great man.
Yeah, because then they got into an argument and stuff, and I was like, he actually did defend you pretty fucking good.
Wait, who said this? His dad?
His dad.
Oh, damn, I forgot about this.
He used to, like, snort, like, Green Goblin cocaine.
Yeah, I remember that shit,
Or, like, he used to puff the magic dragon or
something. I thought he injected himself.
When he had to.
Because he was actually, he was nice. He used to shoot up he was actually nice when he first got there. But then when he realized Spider-Man was Peter Parker, he was like, he just wanted to get out of here. He was like, I need to get the fuck out of here so I can, like, plan my next thing.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get out, and Harry's like, wait, but you just got here. Why would you just leave? Like, I wanted you to meet my new girl. And he was like, and he was just trying to brush him off. So he said he went from being like that nice, I'm going to be like a good father thing to just like the fuck away from me. Right. So that's why he said what he said about like just do what you do.
Broom her quickly. And
he's like I can tell the type of woman she is. Your mother was the same way.
Damn, that shit just went over my head completely. How you gonna come at my potential woman and my mom at the same time? Bro?
He was like your mother.
We're about to square up right now. What the fuck?
It's like I know what they want. She just wants your money. That's basically what he was like. She just wants your money, and he was like, just do what you need to and just leave.
I think it's like a legit reason though for people who have money. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a lot of money. If you're a wealthy family, I'm not talking about like just rich, like I'm talking about wealthy. Like that's a real fear, and a lot of people will. Like I was reading this AMA on Reddit. I don't know if you know that. Like ask me anything.
I know of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this one Chinese like a kid of a Chinese billionaire was like ask me anything, and one of them was like, how do you do a relationship? And it's like, well, I got burnt pretty hard early on by a girl that I thought was really cool, but it ended up being she was just a cunt talking about me. But just wanting to take money and shit like that. So it's like, it's interesting because they have to do that shit you see in shows where they have to like hide them. So they're pretty much not tell anybody where they come from. Yeah. And then it's just like, oh, okay. And slowly kind of like, when they see that other people are legit and sincere and trying to hang out with them, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah.
But he was the one that liked her and he went for her in the first place.
Yeah, well, I mean, she wasn't
looking his way at all. To
his dad, it was probably like, he's probably been burnt a bunch of times, and he's like, yeah, fuck these.
You know what bothered me? Everybody looked really old.
Remember? I was just about to get to that, because everyone was, I looked up their ages, and a lot of them, like, they wasn't teenagers. They was nowhere near
I wasn't expecting them to be teenagers. I thought they were, like, early college. I thought this was, like, early college
Spider-Man. It was probably early college,
which threw me off, only threw me off afterwards, because I'm like, I thought about it, I'm like, isn't Spider-Man fucking high school or some shit like that? And they start, and like while he's in college, there's actually a lot that happens to him. Yeah, like he's already. I was gonna say in the
show, he's like he started out in the high school, but they moved past that real fast. I think he was actually he started in college in the TV show, the '90s TV show.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, '90s Spider-Man.
I think that's the Amazing Spider-Man. That's what I don't know. That's what Garfield's one was based on. That's the show.
No. The Amazing Spider-Man is a
was it just called Spider-Man?
Yes, the show is called
That was
Spider-Man.
the tagline. So, like, the Amazing Spider-Man, it used to be, like, Stan Lee. That's kind of, like, as he kind of promoted. It was, like, the Incredible Hulk, the Amazing Spider-Man.
No, but the show was called The Amazing Spider-Man. Like, that show was specifically called The Amazing Spider-Man Show. Let me see.
The old 90s one?
Yeah, it was...
The 90s one.
Yeah,
type in 90s Spider-Man.
I'll do that.
I think that was just called Spider-Man.
That was just called Spider-Man. I've been watching all the episodes. That was just called Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All right, damn. Yeah, you got me. I remember, I don't know, I guess I'm just fucking having Mandela syndrome or some shit like that. Like, I'm remembering something completely different. But no, this okay. I do remember this.
Do you remember when he shoots like the webs at the brick?
No, wait.
I mean, we can jump around, but go ahead.
Yeah, we can jump. But we didn't even finish though.
I can't
believe we're still on topic. Where we at?
All right, we was talking about their ages and whatnot. We was talking about how they look older than, or how they acted older.
Yeah.
Right. And cause I like their acting better than the new kids that's playing Spider-Man and everything, because it seemed like, and I think most of them are around that age of being high schoolers, but
that seemed real. I think those kids. No. Okay, the old ones, the ones that are old, the 2002 ones.
Yeah,
they look like they are trying to fuck. You know what I mean? Like they look like they would talk about that kind of thing, like taking drugs but like the new ones, like Tom Holland and stuff. They're like, oh, you think they look like they're be on their phones, and they're just like tweeting and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
But like with the old one, I think I missed the
What kind of kids you want?
Because I want it to be where like you're learning a lesson, you're getting taught a lesson. I feel like the new ones, like, he didn't learn a single lesson about being like a hero. He just wanted to be Spider-Man just because he wanted to be like the rest of the superheroes. And that the 2002 Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, there was no other heroes.
Right. But it was mostly just like he wanted to just do it for his selfish needs. And then when Uncle Ben dies, he's like, I need to learn. Yeah, I need to learn responsibility. And then he had learning points into becoming a superhero. And the kids now, he just wants to be like the rest of the superheroes. And I don't think that's like good.
I think that was passed
writing.
on I think that was like a purposeful like choice. A lot of this shit is also chalked up to the directing or the producing of the movie. It's like, well, who's the audience for? And then it's like, what do they care about this dude's internal struggles, or are we just gonna show him some like fun frills and him shooting people and cracking jokes and stuff? But being witty.
Right.
I don't know. I think there's an overarching lesson, but I don't remember the movies like that. Like I don't even remember Tom Holland's movie like that.
Mm-hmm. I remember
either one.
I think I've seen them multiple times.
I don't remember the Amazing Spider-Man like that.
Mostly movies stick to my head, but because the Amazing Spider-Man, he played
Reptile and Electro. This is 1 and 2.
Yeah.
For Amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
was Andrew Garfield.
And he was too cool to be.
He was too cool.
Yeah.
He played excellent Spider-Man. And was way too cool to be people. But I've seen levels of Spider-Man being played by like a cool dude. In the comics, this dude fucks like a good 50 different women.
Yeah.
He fucks women Spider-Man all the time.
As when he gets older, Peter Parker becomes like generally a cool person. He fucking gets to hang around with people, and he gets in like different events and stuff like that.
In college, that's when it started. Because when in high school, it wasn't that he wasn't that guy. It was just he was being bullied by everyone, and everyone was just like talking down on him. He was just like, because a kid.
When Flash Flash Thompson or something like that. Yeah.
I think in various instances when the creators were talking about like what is the appeal of Spider-Man, like guys like Stan Lee, they said that he is an everyday guy that has everyday problems.
Right.
In my personal point of view, I think the best Spider-Man is a guy that's always struggling. Like he's like, I gotta make rent. I gotta put up with JJ. Oh fuck, I gotta go to my girlfriend's thing. And on top of that, I gotta do my Spider-Man shit.
That's a perfect type of Spider-Man.
And I think Spider-Man 2 of the Remy ones, like with the Doc Ock, that's like one of the best
perfectly.
ones.
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that completely.
And that's why I say I think
that's the most
pathetic.
I think you were comparing the new Spider-Man versus that old one, and I think the old one, the Raimi, what is it called? Raimi?
Yeah, Sam Raimi.
I think those movies are superior than this one's in like capturing what the essence of what Spider-Man is as is portrayed in the comic books. You know, like what he as a character.
Yeah.
This one just is, I think, is more relatable to the times, and
it's relatable to like the little kids. That's why, but like I fell in love with Spider-Man through watching like the old stuff and things like that. And
why did you fall in love with it?
I fell
Was it
in love
relatable
with,
to you at the time?
I like that he just put other people's on like lives on the line, and like he helped people more than he thought about other people more than he thought about himself, and I like that. I read a comic. I forgot what kind. I think it was House of M. Wait, shut up.
House of M is great.
Yeah, House of M. I think it was House of M where.
Like the Medea one?
No, it couldn't have been that. No, it was.
I was about to say.
My bad. No, it was A versus X.
Okay.
It was Avengers versus X-Men, and they captured a good amount of mutants. I forgot who captured them. They captured a good amount of mutants, and Spider-Man went along with them to save them, and they got caught by Colossus. Colossus had the Phoenix inside him. I remember that. Colossus had the Phoenix inside him.
Oh, that's what you got there.
So Spider-Man told everyone to get out of there, and he was just gonna fuck with him to draw his attention.
Right.
And this dude is just like, he's making fun of him, pissing Colossus off. And
who's easily pissed off.
Yeah. And so like Colossus started beating the shit out of him, and at one point he like throws him to the ground and jumps on top of him, and you just see his back folds, and you just see like his whole thing, like it just goes another way, and blood is just gushing out of him, and he's still trying to piss this dude off to make sure other people are getting out. I'm like, this dude is about to die. He knows he's about to die. He's still making jokes just to piss this dude off. I was like, man, I gotta give it up to Spider-Man. And that is the point when I was like, I fucking love Spider-Man. When I saw that, I was like, Spider-Man is the fucking shit.
Yeah.
And to see that, to go into this kid who doesn't know anything about being a superhero besides I want to be like Iron Man. That takes it away from me. It takes it like I'm done with it.
You know, so I don't remember the movies like that once again, but you don't think Holland did anything similar to that throughout any of the movies? I
think there was the scene at...
He seems so fresh. That was the thing.
But he doesn't have the heart of like Spider-Man.
How do you get it if that's the origin of it? How do you get the heart right away? Like, that was a hardened Spider-Man that did that to Colossus. That was a experience, been through Doc Ock and Goblin and all that. This dude is like, hey, I think I'm going to let America handle this, Captain.
That's true, but I've also, like, I can see Tobey Maguire
he did have that moment, Tom Holland.
I'm sure he had that moment. Vulture. Yeah, I'm sure he had that moment where he was like, "I'm gonna put myself," but it didn't land as hard.
I agree with
he doesn't act
like
how
you were hating the rest of the movie.
No, he just doesn't act like how Spider-Man acts and how Peter Parker acts. Like Peter Parker is a scientist at fault, and I think they tried to do that with the last movie that they did, where he talked like science with
I haven't even seen that. Far Away from Home?
Yeah.
I've not even seen that.
What's his name?
He was like
Mysterio.
Who was he?
Kind of far.
Kind of far? Nice.
He had one scene where he was like, he got like Australia? All sciencey and talking with Mysterio, and they just started talking about like space or time or something like that. And I was like, that's Spider-Man. But I was like, I felt like y'all realized y'all haven't been doing anything like that with him, and you're just trying to jam it all into this.
In the first one, actually in the little clip in the Civil War, right? He designed his own little web, and they said he went to the dump to like get computers and get the parts, and he was really into his advanced placement classes. He was a little nerd.
Right. Yeah, they're making it seem like it.
Disposition. Yeah, what do you mean making it seem like it?
Because then later on
they never touched on it.
In the first movie, in his first movie, he gets Shocker's gadget. He gets his blaster.
Yeah.
He takes it to school, which I don't see Peter Parker. Like, I see Peter Parker taking it to school after everyone's let out. He takes it to his fucking class.
Doesn't he get the little bomb thing that explodes?
No. He gets his glove. He gets his glove. He takes it to school. He takes it into class where everyone's just fucking around doing everything that they're doing in class, and he I think it was like shop class or something like that, and he's trying to figure out how to open it. So he takes a hammer. This dude just and he just puts it down and just takes a hammer and starts smashing it. And it's good for comedic. Jokes. It was comedic, and that's what they was going for. But I was like, that's not Peter Parker. Peter Parker is not some dummy that don't know how to figure out how to open a thing and just be like, you know what? All right, smashing it with a hammer. Let me smash it with a hammer. Like, that's not Peter Parker.
All right, as an intellectual and a person who works with his hands a lot, I can say that I smash a lot of things just to figure out how they work, honestly. Like, if you're trying to figure out how something works, you have to open it. Like, there's no other way around it. If you can't figure out how they put it together, well, next step is just blah. Oh, okay. I see cracks now. I get it.
But like I said, to me, it felt like it was more of a comedic thing and not more of a character.
It was definitely more comedic.
Did you like the suit?
I do not like the suit. You talking about the new suit?
Can I go? No, I don't get this. All of the suits look the same to me. The only difference is the eyes, and I'm like, that's Deadpool eyes. Because they do the squinting shit. That's Deadpool eyes.
I think they should just do the right. Like, he should be able to squint his eyes like Deadpool and whatnot. Like, they did it with
Holland, right?
No, because they do it, but he's like it's mechanical.
It's still.
I think I don't like the mechanical. I would be fine.
What do you mean by mechanical? Like what?
his eyes opening and closing is mechanical.
It's like the shuttering of like a camera shutter.
Oh, it like
right.
Yeah. Okay.
And like
instead of
the Deadpool thing, where I don't think anyone would be.
Scrunch?
Yeah, I don't think anyone would be bitching if they saw like him putting on the mask and he can make facial expressions.
It'd be cartoony in a way.
I don't think anyone would actually like hate on it.
That's one of those things that's hard to translate into like from a comic because like they do that as a way to show expression through his like mask. No superhero has a fucking thing in their mask that moves as their eyes move. They don't give a shit. But to try to like convert that now into like a real live show.
I think you can do that. You did it with Deadpool, and Deadpool you say is like more cartoony, and he actually was not cartoony in the movies. Deadpool
had little fucking legs for a while, bro.
Deadpool
dangling them and shit.
Deadpool comics and cartoons is like the Mask, where he will pull something out of his pocket, where it's like, where the fuck did your pocket even come from in the first? And he'll pull out a whole gun. The live action Deadpool did not do any of that stuff. Yeah, besides his arms and legs getting cut off and stuff like that. Other than that, he was actually a realistic type of person. He was a realistic character. Not a cartoon character.
I love when he got shot through the brain.
He got shot through the brain?
He got shot with an arrow, and he was just sitting there, and he was seeing cartoons. He was actually seeing
literally.
That's great.
I like in the second one where he's...
I do remember that. Remember that.
Like when he hugs Colossus.
Like
in your eyes, Peter Gabriel. I think that's
yep. Damn, I don't know. You know that song? Just
yeah. What was I gonna say? So the Spider-Man differences in costume. I think the Remy one has like the raised webbing all over it.
Oh, like sticks up.
Yeah, and
like embroidery almost.
Yeah, embroidery. Yeah. And that's when they started doing. When Superman has like little mesh. Like it's not just one thing; it's just like little mesh.
Oh, you're talking about
like little links
from Man of Steel?
Yeah, Man
where
of
he
Steel.
had like that. It looked like
sucks.
I think I know
little kind of yeah. So that
pattern
has like that. The second one, the one with British guy,
Andrew Garfield.
Garfield. There you go. Like it's more darker and the design's a little different.
It was
Spider goes a little down, and his eyes. This is what bothered me. Were yellow. Were a yellow tint.
Oh, they weren't like white.
The first one. I think the second one they fixed it. They made it more wider, and they made it white with the second.
I don't remember that at all. There's some super details.
Yeah. That's what they did. They did change the eye.
The last one is the same thing, more or less, just a little bit, just with the black outlines and just like the spider's a little different.
When people started hyping out about Holland's suit, like there was post memes of him just stopping and the eyes moving. I was just like, what the fuck is the point of this? Because I didn't get it for a while. I watched it like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, his eyes move.
One of the difference. Okay,
I did not at all. I was like, what?
So I went to see that movie, the Remy movie, with my dad, and one of the problems that he had, because he's an old school nerd when he read the comic books, right, is that Spider-Man's his web comes from his fucking wrist, right?
I don't know why I don't care about that. Like I know how bad it is.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I thought it was fine, but
I feel like
know
he would shoot off more. Like if you do this, like because it's like he presses down on the base of his palm
to get it to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where in reality he has
scene where it's like Shazam, wait.
Yeah. I'm up and away.
And kind of just he lands on it. I think he's doing like little hand kind of gestures and
shoots out.
Gets it.
Yeah. So that was a good scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the other option of that would be to show a scene of him building his wrist.
The little cartridges.
Yeah. Which you would have to also show that the spiders that got bit him make the silk that does that.
Did you ever have that toy thing where it's like a big can? And then it has that little thing, and you could you shoot, but it's your silly string.
Silly string, yeah.
I did.
That's what you give.
I can see you having it.
I did.
That's what you give your nephew, so you just annoy the shit out of.
Fucking making a mess everywhere. I found it funny that he got bit by a spider at that spider plant.
Yeah.
And he told literally no one. He knew he got bit, and he knew that this was a radioactive spider plant, and it was just like. Oh shit!
Thought you knew science, kid. Go talk to somebody.
He didn't tell no one that because they even thought they
looked nasty too. It was raised.
Yeah. It immediately looked bad. He was
they were really poor.
Really. Poor.
I thought he got bit where you didn't see, right off the bat in the first.
He got bit.
Where?
No, he got bit on his.
Right here, right.
He was taking
right, he went, and then he drops the spider real quickly. Damn.
Yeah, and then he goes to bed, and he's like, I'm not feeling well, and he wakes up jacked.
Yeah.
And he's like, are you
Which
okay? He's like, I'm fine, and he's like super swole.
Morbius.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I thought that same thing. And then he like runs up the wall a little bit when he comes like he's all like hyped up.
Yo, Spider-Man could be the creepiest thing ever. If he wasn't Peter Parker, if it was like essentially Carnage, but that whole walking thing, you could turn that into the creepiest thing fucking ever.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Yeah. I like how they shot the scene where he's like climbing up the wall and he's just figuring out that his hands he can climb up walls.
I didn't understand why he fell.
When?
Remember when he was practicing, he was climb, then he slid down. He fell down.
No, you're talking about
that's the second one.
That's the second one.
Why? Why did that happen?
He was losing his power. I think it was the third one after.
How do you,
the second
wait,
one.
what? How does his psyche affect his powers?
I think it's equated to. So I think the closest thing I can equate it to is like a boner. Let's say you have to have sex, right? And something's on your mind. And you're thinking about something else.
Right. It's just, you're not functioning. Yeah.
Yeah. So in his hand, he has like little penises. He has like
little erectile little penises.
Oh, that's how they show it. They had little serrated little things.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
When they look closer, it looked like nasty little hairs, and that's why he makes them all sticky. And they were just copying
supervision for some reason. Yeah. And you can see that his hands are like
that SpongeBob close up.
That was one of his powers now.
It pissed me off because I was like, but he wears a suit.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
But maybe they go
over. Yeah.
So exactly.
You lose some grip. Sorry.
No, yeah,
you would lose some grip there.
So I figure they kind of come out when he wants it to, and that's how he kind of like grabs onto stuff. And then, but in the second movie, he fell off the wall because life was just getting to him. Like it was too many responsibilities.
Because he never got it. Like he got it back, but it wasn't. He didn't take anything to get it back.
It was never really gone. He was just his heart wasn't in it anymore. Yeah. So he was just like he couldn't.
Is that real? Is that a comic book thing that happens to him too?
That's a real life psychological.
Well, no, I get that.
Yeah. But I've seen in the TV show.
He quits. No, in the comic books, he quits.
You could say
yeah, but he does. Okay, so imagine if he gives up on Spider-Man for real. What you're saying that happened in the second movie essentially would mean that he would just lose his powers.
Yeah.
If he gave up completely, I was just like, I'm not Spider-Man no more, and fuck life. Life sucks. It's beating me up. Like he can't shoot webs. He can't. Right. He can't shoot webs. He can't do nothing like that.
Yeah.
Whereas like real Spider-Man can still shoot webs. He's still strong as shit. You're not gonna lose your physique because you're out of like.
Yeah.
Like same. Like you can take that.
Like
dick
it wouldn't
out.
be that evident.
Yeah. So I don't know. I still kind of don't fuck with that, but I get. In
stories perspective.
Yeah, it fits well in everything that happened there.
You're remembering it because in the second one they do like they redid that scene again where he's like on the ground and he looks up a wall and he like climbs up. He did it the second time. Yeah. He did it in the second movie how they did in the first movie where he first climbs up a wall.
You know who Macy Gray is? She's black. She got a fro. She talks like this, kind of like that.
No,
she was like,
I've heard the name.
She looks like Lenny Kravitz.
Okay,
but she has like a raspy voice.
All right.
She's in that Spider-Man movie. She's singing. So they have that the
with
parade.
The second one?
The first one.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
With the balloons and stuff, and she's in the background. And she's there. I don't know what she's there.
Nah, I mean it's good. I like the sound. That's what that was another thing about like the old soundtracks to like superhero movies. That they tried. They had an effort in that movie, and that was one of the things.
If you hear the soundtrack of Spider-Man,
was it like composers and shit? Are we talking about like
you hear it and you're immediately gonna be transferred because it was like well made. It's kind of like Star Wars. You hear Star
That's what I was gonna say. Is it like John? What's his name, man?
I don't know if they
one of the best composers.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Harry
they
Potter,
used
Star Wars, fucking amazing.
Men in Black. It sounds
similar.
It sounds very similar to Men in Black.
It starts with the little drums. Yeah.
It sounds very. I love the soundtrack to the old one. So
soundtracks make a movie.
It does.
Generally, like for me, I like we were just talking about Star Wars. Like I really fuck with everything that John Williams. There you go. Yeah, I really fuck with almost anything that man has composed. And it's like. And it was so seamless how it transferred over to Harry Potter, like because he did that too.
He did Harry Potter?
Yeah, he did. You can hear it. You can hear the mix, and I was just like, "Wait, what?" And later I looked it up, and I maybe it might have not been like for all of them, but I do remember that he had a big influence, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's fucking awesome!" And just hearing, I can hear certain things like you were saying, and it takes you back immediately. Like if I hear that intro for Harry Potter, like I'm in that world. I'm done.
Did you like The Green Goblin?
Dude, I'm looking at my notes right now, and I'm like, I see the Green Goblin. I was like, I kind of want to talk about Green Goblin right now. Bro, you get out of my fucking head.
Man, just get it going, bro.
Right. Host the fucking show, man. Am I gonna get some coffee too?
I was talking. I was like, let me look at the next thing. I saw Green Goblin. I was like, oh, okay, I want to talk about it. I was in the middle of it. I didn't want to interrupt. But yeah, because I was going to talk about the fact that they had no security cameras in the facility where he stole all, like, where he...
Well, it was his, like, place, right?
It was his place, but, like...
Right.
There should be some...
You know what was weird? I know you're talking about the scene when he injects himself.
When he injects himself...
You remember there's a scene where he kind of does this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't get that shit either. Yeah. That whole spread.
And then they use that into a cut. He goes, ah, and the scream starts the next scene.
Yeah.
I mean, I like his choice.
Trying to show that he's crazy.
Trying to show that he was like a creature now. He's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing. Yeah. And that's legitimately what they did throughout the whole thing. Was Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
That serum was supposed to. It's kind of super soldier serum. It's supposed to make him like stronger, but a little crazier. He didn't look that jacked.
He did, and I looked.
He was just like flexing really hard. Bro.
Oh my god! Because they showed in the movie, they showed on the screen that his muscles was getting bigger and bigger, and I saw. I was looking at it.
You looked exactly the same.
Pretty old. He looked old.
Damn, that's just a knock at Willem Dafoe at this point because he probably just didn't want.
He's a great actor.
That's his friend. Yeah,
he's a great actor. But
he's in a movie called Platoon, and he blows up and he does this.
That was the best.
No, there's a really famous scene.
He's in this movie called Boondock Saints.
Yeah,
where he
dressed like a lady and he's.
I see that.
He also
I love that movie.
He also tells his partner that he's being too gay. Yeah, and that's my favorite thing.
Yeah,
I love that.
I don't remember that. I remember watching. I remember seeing him in it, and I was like, "Yo, that's Willem Dafoe." I saw him in Spider-Man.
He's in it's called Florida Project or whatever. It's about this like motel or hotel shit. And the floor, and it's like with real people, and they filmed it without telling them, but it's actually really good. Never seen it.
Wait, what? That's like some Big Brother shit. That sounds like the Truman Show.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. But all the actors are like real people or something like that. I don't know.
All right, but anywho, back to Green Goblin.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, what was your points on Green Goblin?
No, I
love him. You think he's super jacked?
I did fucking love him, though. Even though he was scrawny, I did fucking love. I love his voices. Everything about
when he's talking to himself in the mirror. That's pretty good acting.
That was pretty good.
That's all acting
because I thought when I first saw it, I thought they had like two different like they just did it twice. Like they did the take twice, and like he does the Norman Osborn thing, and then like they do another take in the mirror where you see like him being crazy. But no, that's just him going back and forth from Harry Osborn to the Green Goblin. Because you see
Norman. Norman Osborn.
My bad.
No, it's cool. I was just like, why do you keep saying that? I don't get it.
You call me. But yeah, you see both sides of him, man. And it's all done in the mirror. Like you're watching it, like the camera is just looking at the mirror, and you're just watching both sides. I was like, that's some good fucking.
Yeah, he throws something.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I don't know. No, I think
that was later.
That's how the son finds the dad's little creepy cave.
That's the second one.
Yeah.
It's the second one. Oh,
I like this glider a lot.
I did. I fucked with that. I did really like the technology they used.
Yeah.
I like that and how he looked on it.
Yeah, me too.
Like I was like, that looks like Green Goblin.
Yeah.
He just needed more orange bombs.
Yeah.
He didn't have any orange bombs.
He had them, but he didn't use them a lot. He didn't use them a lot. He used them.
He used a lot of bombs in the comics.
He did. In here, he just used them when he legit.
Do you remember in the comic books his hair was like red, like squiggles? It was like a black squiggle and then a red squiggle.
Yeah.
And it was just like
it was waves.
I'm like, why did he have waves, bro? I think he had curly red.
No, he wasn't black.
You know, he had like a do-rag.
Part black? Yeah, he wore a do-rag. Does his mask have a do-rag in it? As he slips it on, it's like,
yup. That's an After Effect, bro. That always bothered me. I'm like, why does he have waves?
Both of them had it. Him and his son.
Weird, bro.
That was weird. That was weird because I think they was meant to be.
I think they were attacking gingers too, because they were gingers and there was something off about them.
Damn.
They specifically made them.
Damn those souls, obviously. The fuck. That's why they had to give him the Green Goblin shit.
That's replace the soul that they did have. Okay, what else about the Green Goblin?
But no, I love the fact that he went after J. Jonah Jameson. J. Jonah Jameson.
He was perfectly cast.
Perfect.
Yeah, that was
And like the Spider-Man, like Cause he all he did was talk about Peter Parker fucking stop, and you think that he's just scum of the earth, like, cause that's how he acts throughout the whole fucking thing. He's just fucking scum.
Yeah.
And then Green Goblin busts in there, and he's like, who's the photographer for that
Spider-Man shit.
Yeah, so
it comes through the mail, right?
And he's like, it comes through the mail. He doesn't give him up. I was like, yo, that's some boss type of stuff. Yeah. Like, much respect.
I know you two working together.
Much respect.
His personality is like
Mr.
money oriented. Yeah, Krabs. Money oriented. I want my shit. But he's like, I'm not gonna.
But he loved his son too, right? He really loved his son.
In the movies?
Yeah.
I know in the other ones.
Like,
I know in the other one. Like, I know.
Wait, what?
He has a son who's an astronaut, and his son is the guy that brings the symbiote.
Oh.
In the yeah. I think
who the fuck is who is the guy that plays Venom in relation to Spider-Man originally? I thought it was supposed to be his bully or whatever.
It's Flash Thompson.
Is it Flash? I thought it was Eddie.
No,
Eddie
it's
Brock.
Eddie
Brock, right? Who the fuck is Eddie Brock in relation to Spider-Man in the comics?
And then he's just a guy that worked at the same place at the
okay, got it.
Yeah,
he wasn't
and it was like Peter Parker and Spider-Man both was getting like fucking with his life. Like Peter Parker kept fucking with his job and was like he got him fired because because Eddie Brock was trying to solve Spider-Man and trying to solve shit with Spider-Man and caught.
Got
it. Peter Parker was like the same person. He's like, oh, I hear that you're trying to get me fucking caught with the cops or something like that. So then he'll like slip something in or something out and make Eddie Brock look like an idiot. And so he got him fired. And then Spider-Man kept foiling his plans as well. So
I like the
I've never seen Venom, the movie.
It's good. You would.
I know.
You would like it because that Venom is like silly. Like it's your like.
Yes, I've seen scenes from it. I've seen scenes from it.
Fuck, I hated that damn.
Why?
I like that.
Because it was so good.
Remember when he's like, "I'm like you in my planet." Do you know what I'm talking about? With the Venom.
Yeah, he's like, he's a loser.
Yeah. Why'd you spoil it, bro?
Oh, my bad.
Nah, it's okay.
Yeah. It's out of context. He's not gonna know what the fuck. It's just gonna.
So Venom.
You don't have to add the context.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, right. He knows the context. This guy knows. Let me add the context for you. So now you fully understand what I'm trying to spoil. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Oh man, but no, it was definitely goofy and stuff like that. And I don't think it was well put together. Like the scientist dude, like he wasn't well put together at all. I don't think he thought everything out.
What scientist dude? What are you talking
about? Oh, I'm going off the Venom now. All right, we can go. We
go
back to Spider-Man.
I've not seen that, so I was like,
Spider-Man.
wait, what? Wait, wasn't Venom in Spider-Man 3?
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't even like Spider-Man 3.
That's Topher Grace.
Yeah, it was. But who was he? Still Eddie Brock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he was not good.
I thought he was good. I don't know why people bitch on that movie so much.
Venom's supposed to be buff.
Yeah.
Like he just is.
And Topher Grace has like such a nerdy like kind of like.
Topher Grace could have been Peter Parker.
And
I would have been okay with that.
You don't need him to be buff for it. But like his muscles made no difference because the symbiote already gave him more fucking muscles in the first place.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, you don't need muscles.
All right.
He was just extra
what's his
in
name?
A weird way. Like, you remember the suit went like this to his face a little bit? Like, it used to like...
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It looked like it was like peeled on him. It didn't open at the mouth like the other guys did.
Yeah.
Because if it was a symbiote, it could actually just fall. It would actually just... Normally in the comics, it would just come down to his head. It would just fall off, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, they changed shit for the movies. I mean...
Oh, yeah. There's so much shit. Like fucking web shooters and...
Right. Because now the fucking... This guy, he has nothing to do with Spider-Man to begin with. That's why I was going to bitch about that and Morpheus, because neither of these fuckers have anything to do with Spider-Man.
Morpheus?
They just show up in Spider-Man's comics sometimes. Yeah.
But he made them.
Oh, Morbius.
I mean, my bad.
You said Morpheus. I'm like, Neo.
What
the fuck was he in Spider-Man? I was studying trying to crack that code in the Matrix, bro. He just went to Spider-Man's first?
Crack that code.
That shit got
Morbius.
me.
Yeah, Morbius.
Okay. Who the fuck is the 8-legged Spider-Man in the comics? You know what I'm talking about? The one who actually... He wasn't Spider-Man. He was the human spider.
That is Spider-Man. So Spider-Man takes some shit that like makes him mutate further. Like, it's his same mutation, but it's the next step up, right?
You talking about the TV show?
Yeah,
he was the TV show. The TV show, nah, he just mutated himself.
Yeah.
He mutated himself, and like he was mutating, and then he went for some help. He asked some help because he was going around.
Guy, right?
He went to him after they figured it out. Now he went to an Asian dude. Okay. I mean Asian chick, I only know all this because I recently watched all the episodes again.
Damn.
And,
dedication.
I'm not even done with the episodes.
What did you watch them? They're not.
They're Disney Plus.
Oh, they're really?
Yeah.
Spider-Man?
Disney Plus has a lot of shit, man. And sorry, a little tangent. The worst part, they show you everything they have, but if you go to like some of their hardcore catalog stuff, like I tried to watch the Mighty Ducks, it was like coming soon, 2022, and I was like, what? Like it says it that it's there, but it's going to be released in 2022. Yeah,
I seen that it was there, and I added that, and I did not know that you actually can't watch it. Mm-hmm. They do not have that thing ready, and I do not know why they put it up there.
Because it's fucking Disney. It's like, we'll make some money. Bro. Here, watch the Avengers and all this shit that we have out right now.
You'll make have shit ready on that.
Mandalorian. I think that's really why it came out.
Yeah. Like, Mandalorian.
Like, we need a platform to throw Mandalorian on, and we're not gonna give it to anybody else.
Probably, like if you have shit, like because they got the new movies the new TV shows coming out as well. The new Marvel TV shows like Loki and stuff like that. They got Loki. Loki is coming as a TV show.
I've not watched any of the Marvel shows, like the Splat. Oh, that's DC. I've not watched any of the DC shows.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of those. I've not watched any of those.
But no, they have those coming out, and I was just like, well. Don't fucking throw me this damn thing that I'm going to be paying for if you don't have any of these shows coming out now. Because you got Mandalorian, and that's legitimately fucking it. Like, then you have, like, the old TV shows like Spider-Man and Gargoyles and stuff like that. And that's cool, but it lost value, like, within, like, a couple weeks of having it. So I was just like, so now I'm just paying this thing. I'm not even watching any of that anymore. And it's like, yeah, you don't have none of your shows ready. If you're gonna throw this platform out, you gotta have shows that's gonna keep me watching your shit.
You should just do the trial version. Just once all the Mandalorian came out, and then just
that's what I should have did. That's what I should have did.
That's what I'm waiting on. Remember, I said I'm waiting on the Mandalorian to finish up. Yeah,
it's really good.
When's the next season coming out? Because that's what I hate.
I hate greenlit it, but it's good.
So Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, bro, you're the one to start talking about that shit.
Fucking Disney Plus, right?
Oh, I still stayed on Disney. I stayed.
Mandalorian is still Disney, motherfucker. Right?
I stayed on Spider-Man.
Disney now. What the fuck?
I stayed on Spider-Man with Disney.
Space spiders. No, what else you got on your notes about?
Yeah, right. Fucking you, the host here, bro. We're just following along. You did the intro and everything. Did you hear it? That was a good intro.
That was a good intro.
Yeah, I like that.
A lot of nice energy.
Most of the stuff that I have on here, like we pretty much talked about. Like I like Harry and Norman and Peter Parker's like relationship together. Mm-hmm. Like to watch all three of them, like because they only had a couple of scenes together, and to see how he treated Peter Parker more. Like it felt like he wasn't trying.
He was harsher on Harry.
Yeah, he was, but it felt like he was.
He was doing like, that shit when your parents are like, you go to your friend's house and they're like, "Oh wow, you're so great," and then they're like, "Look at this piece."
Yeah, and you can see like the authentic.
I like your dad. I love your dad. Every time I walk in, like, fuck this piece of shit.
That's exactly what he.
You can see that he didn't mean to. Like he doesn't mean to be like that. He doesn't mean to be an asshole. But he's like, I'm tougher on you because you're my son.
You know so that scene gave us one of the greatest memes that we use today.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm a bit of a scientist.
Yeah, I love that.
I love that. How did that come from that scene, or did you use that?
No, so like I think so he's just meeting like his dad.
He's just meeting Peter Parker, and he's like, so I hear you're a scientist. I hear you like science and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, I love blah 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 blah.
It's all science fairs and
stuff.
Oh,
yeah, he's like,
I'm
wow.
a bit of a scientist.
I'm a bit of a scientist.
So people write that as a comment where it's like about weed and making like hydro bombs. I'm a bit of a scientist. And it's like really retarded. I like that one a lot.
That's pretty great, actually.
Yeah.
Boat's always ready. Yeah, that's my favorite part out of the whole thing.
But yeah, but those the three, like how the chemistry that they had, like I felt like the casting of this movie was pretty fucking good. Like I know a lot of people bitch about it with the ages and stuff like that. I thought the casting
I think it's a great movie. I think if you were to watch it now, you can tell how like the CGI is dated. But I think it still holds up. And I think it's really.
It still holds up for now. Yeah, it still holds up for now.
18 years ago. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it still holds up for now. I do think with a couple more decades, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
No,
like, a couple more decades.
Couple more decades.
What do you think cinematography is gonna happen? And like, what's gonna happen to cinematography in like a couple of more decades? 20 years? I don't think it's gonna change that much.
I mean.
Like
looking back at it then in 2002, you're just like, wow, this is cutting edge. And now that you look at it, it's like I've seen a lot. Like this is a lot better.
But we're coming to a precipice of this shit. Like it's gonna end.
There's you ever heard about this thing called hero fatigue? I don't think you'll ever get it, but regular people will get it. Where it's like so many fucking movies are coming out that are comic book and superheroes.
I
don't think you'll.
I actually hate how much. That's like one of the pet peeves about how badly they blew up and how like much they're.
Because you remember they were special.
Yes.
You were like
they were.
Watching Iron Man 1, watching the original Spider-Man, just because let's stick with Spider-Man, was amazing. I was like, oh shit, this is like off of the comics, real. Yeah. And so anything they did, like even if it didn't stick to comic, like hard, like what happens in the comics, it still held up.
That movie had that feeling, like from you. I watched it. That one and a couple of the Batman ones and the first like Avengers.
Yeah, Batman Begins was fucking great. I love Batman Begins. I
think if they just go off a different what's the word? Like, just change it up. Just change up your formula, like how we talked about with Logan and stuff like that. And they talked about it in Logan, where you need to change up how you make these movies, and they're not changing up their formula. They're just making them all the fucking same.
I think we've heard other people discuss this. It's like some of the best, because of the superhero fatigue, we can all like the special takes on things. Like, why is Deadpool so great? He breaks the third wall.
Right, he does something different.
Yeah, and it's like it's an interactive movie. Like he talks to you and everything, and that's new and exciting.
Makes me feel special inside.
See, there you go.
I love him for that. That's my first real big comic that I read was a Deadpool comic.
Oh,
and after that, I found it in a library. It was like 50 cents. They were on like a throwaway shelf. Yeah, I read it that day, and I was like, "Yo, this is fucking great." I never knew about that character. Yeah, it spoke to me. I was like, "Yo." He was insane in a cool way. Where
he was like I like Deadpool before everyone got on board. Like that's basically how you was. Like you.
Yeah, that's you were repping Deadpool.
I was, but I've never like shoved that. Hey man, I've been reading Deadpool since 04, motherfucker.
You could have because you were that guy, bro.
Right. I just like that was like before him I read like X-Men was my favorite shit.
Yeah.
And I never saw him in X-Men, but when I read that he had connections to them.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? How have I never seen this duel? And then it's like, because he's insane and nobody wants him in the actual X-Men. But like X-Men was always my favorite because of like I like diversity, so I like powers and shit. I love seeing all different shit. And like, I guess to speak to how you were talking about Spider-Man growing up, like in the first movie, like seeing him develop and like kind of like to become, I guess, more of a mature person. That's what I liked about the X-Men. That's why, because it was a school and it was kids, and they were like they had to, and it was varying ages. It wasn't just like, oh, here's some 10-year-olds doing the same shit. Mm-hmm. No, you had those, but you also had teens, and you also had like the team that did shit, and even the team was growing at all times.
Right. Yeah.
And whereas like Captain America always felt final. That was Captain America.
That's true.
It always felt like, okay, he's just gonna be Captain America. I don't know how much more, but to that credit, when you start reading into those comics, they have like deep-seated that's like there's some adult tropes in there. It's like, oh, he's got to get over his own fear of something or something like that. But as like growing up, I always like
you can grow with the characters.
Yeah, I always like that. Yeah,
that's
true. Figuring out powers, figuring out shit like that. I think that's what really stuck out for me from the original Sam Raimi movie. Like you don't have that in any of the new Spider-Man. Like there's like a quick montage.
This is what I'm getting at. That's what I'm talking about.
By the time they made that would have been like the fucking like 15th Spider-Man movie that came out.
Yeah,
we all know Uncle Ben died and everything. We didn't want to.
You can skip past that, but still know how to like bring it into it. Like they could have just talked about it. Like Aunt May. This is Aunt May to me. Like she's not
like the old. I like old lady.
Old lady Aunt May.
I always like.
I'm with Tony Stark. I'm with Tony on this.
What?
No, I like the old one, but I feel like she was cool that she always knew. I feel like she always kind of knew that he was Spider-Man, but just never brought it up, and I think that's really sweet. You know what I mean?
You think the old you think she really did that?
I think it was kind of like when, like, let's say your mom knows that you smoke weed, and then she's just like, he's not doing it. I still love my baby boy. You know, he's out there slinging Spider-Man dick.
Yeah, as long as you're not saying it in front of her.
Yeah. You're like, we don't have to.
As long as you come home safe, right? That was
Because I think she hinted into it, right? Was that the second? No, it was the second movie, right? Where they're running out of money. She's running out of money. She's selling her garage stuff,
that's the
right?
second.
And then she's like, Spider-Man helps a lot of people. Hint, hint.
I've seen other other characters do that with other movies as well. Like they can tell, because I think think in that same movie, what's it called? The black guy that works at the Daily Bugle also.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man. I heard Spider-Man was there.
Right? Yeah, they kept hinting with characters that they knew, and I don't think they actually fucking knew.
Yeah.
I think to give credit to the Aunt May thing, I think parents or like parent figures like kind of understand a little more, or have like an intuition behind it. It's like,
they've done some shit, you know.
Yeah. Like, there's a bunch of shit that I guess my parents have just hit me with, and I'm like, damn, y'all knew about that? Right. And then there's also a bunch of shit that I'm just, like, telling them. They're like, what? And I'm like, it's been years, man. Like, what
okay, that's an interesting thing about, like, what superhero, do you think Spider-Man is a superhero that, like, older parents would like, because you know parents are not into like any of this kind of shit. Like people, I think parents know Batman, Superman, like they would know these kind of things.
Yeah, those are like early fucking 60s.
I think about this from your perspective. Like think about your parents. Like who would I know exactly. Yeah. Would they like any superhero? Like if they just kind of knew, they're like okay.
Low key, my dad.
Loki.
Yeah, right. My dad, when he watches movies, so first of all, he doesn't speak fucking English like that, so he can barely even, he just likes watching it, and if he can pick up on what's happening, he's like, cool. But I've seen him watch, like, those superhero movies, like, they'll come on randomly, and my mom's a hard no. Because my mom's
super... the devil.
Yeah, my mom's super religious. She's like, that's not fucking real. He can't do that. That's whatever. You're watching that garbage, essentially. And my dad would sometimes, like, as long as there's not long scenes of talking. If there's shit happening, he'll, okay, all right, I see. Once he can put it together, he can put everything together, he's like, all right. But if it gets, like, too outlandish, like,
I lose my interest,
Yeah, exactly. That's
so
pretty much.
Would you think your dad would like a Punisher or like a Spider-Man?
He would definitely watch a Punisher.
I can see that.
If he kept it going, he'd watch a Punisher.
Kill his family? Okay, he's going to kill them all. I get it.
Yeah, that's it. I get that. That's life.
I would do the same.
Yeah, you got relatability, you know?
Alright, so last thing I got on my notes is the girls falling in love with, like, I hate characters where you have like the superhero and you got the girl that he loves and
gotta have love.
It's not that, it's that she falls in love with the superhero as well. She doesn't know that's his
that's a Superman thing, man. That's always been around.
I hate it because that was in there as well where she was falling in love with both of them and I was like,
so she's being a little hoe. Is what
being a little hoe.
And she's like, yeah, surprise, bitch. They cut the mask.
I think that's just
it's romantic in a way that she loves him so deeply that no matter what form
I feel like that's how they try to throw it out there,
they
but
love
I
us
don't
for what
see
we
it as
are.
that.
So I can be a fat blob and still
like,
have
no,
love.
you fell in love with the superhero. You didn't think that superhero was me. You thought it was because I had a whole nother personality.
That's not love. That's not like, oh, they don't know him.
They're wooed.
Yeah,
they have a crush. They have a crush.
Yeah, they have a crush.
And the thing is, like, that transfers over to reality too. Like,
and I really like when he was talking to Harry Osborn. He's like, "What do you mean he's amazing?"
Yeah.
And
he kept a
little bit of attitude. No, but pickup artists today, that's what they do. It's like if you put the cool persona above like the geeky persona, he's just gonna get the women. It's like the personality. You don't have to. And like you said before, Spider-Man had a different personality from Peter Parker. He was trying to be like, he was trying to pull down his fears, which in a way gave him that, either if it was fake or not, but it gave him that confidence, which. On top of being an actual fucking hero that,
Joey Diaz is in Spider-Man?
What?
In that one.
In the original one? What is he? That's ridiculous.
No, he's in the second one, I think. He's in Spider-Man 2, Joey Diaz. So he's got the New Yorker accent. So,
of course.
So when he's fighting the Doc Ock on the train, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's like, and he's all fucked up. He already when he did like,
he already did that.
And then the New Yorkers protect him.
Yeah.
Right. And he's like, if you want to get through him, you gotta go through me. That's his line.
That's Joey Diaz. Yes! I need to rewatch that for that scene now. That's pretty great, actually.
Yeah, I just remember that. He's in that.
Yeah, but I think the persona of Spider-Man will attract more than Peter Parker. And, like, you can't be then mad at that. Yeah. That's like people who post up videos nowadays of, like, they pretend to be a nerd and walk up to a girl and it's like, hey, would you maybe go out with me? I don't know. I just shit myself.
Oh, wait, you brought an... Oh, yeah, sorry.
And then they come back with a fucking Ferrari and they're like, hey, you want to get in? Oh, it was just me. Fuck you, bitch. And then they leave.
You actually brought up a great point. But
doesn't that prove my point, though?
That you don't like that?
Yeah, no, I think that's. I mean, because then that would show that she's a hoe or whatever. Because she didn't like the real. She didn't like the
women like confidence,
real,
bro.
Yeah, she liked confidence. She liked the superhero version of him, and then she like kind of
the real version dropped his fucking camera trying to take a picture of her. All right, what am I'm not? My sexual bowels are not moving to this.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Actually, you brought up a good point. I think now nerds are different. So Spider-Man was a lot of the superheroes that were made in the 60s and 50s. Mm-hmm. Back then, it was nerdy to be into science and kind of shit like that. Now it's celebrated. Now you got like Elon Musk kind of motherfuckers. Yeah. Like now it's like it's cooler than it's ever been to be sciencey.
Yeah, and I think that's why they changed the nerd. I mean, the bully.
The bully, yeah. Like
I do not like it. So I'm like, I mean, we still probably got some.
What
people.
What the fuck kind of bully did you want? Like a real I don't know. I don't even know what the Flash was like.
Because his bullying there didn't seem to really faze him at all. Like he wasn't fazed by that dude whatsoever.
Oh, Garfield or
Holland? Yeah, he wasn't fazed by his bulliness at all. So it was just like I kind of want him to be.
I think that's a societal thing where they don't really want to portray any kind of bullying. Like they're showing it for the sake of story, but I think consciously they don't want to portray bullying because. Right. Then you're just showing it off. Yeah. I don't know, I don't want to give credence to that because I'm more of a person who likes realism. So if you're gonna show something, show it real. Yeah.
I kind of like how MJ's parents, in the movie, I'm sure his dad hit his mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you got a hint of that. Remember when she was outside crying? Go with your friends. Like her dad was a drunk.
Yeah, he probably hit the fuck out of her mom.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's probably real. That's probably 100% real. Yeah, but they can't show that. Yeah. And then you're just inciting. Somebody's gonna be watching. They're like, oh, that's okay.
But yeah, you don't need to show it just like that, where it's like you can sense that.
How do you show direct bullying without showing it?
Yeah,
that's a little hard. Today it's gonna be cyberbullying. You gotta show him getting a text.
That's true.
You little fucking pussy, something like that. I don't know.
They showed it with her. They showed it with her, where it's like I didn't see her get actually hit, but I can tell that this motherfucker probably gets hits repeatedly.
That scene kind of had a rape, and then where they had the rain and the upside down kiss. Those guys were gonna rape her in that alley, bro.
They was gonna rape her.
What the fuck? I forgot about that.
Exactly, and that was in a kids movie, bro.
Wait, why? Why was he there? Why did he catch that?
He was with her. Yeah. No, wait. All right, so I don't know why
he was with her.
He was with her, and it was in the daytime. I don't know why it transferred to it went from daytime to nighttime and rain immediately.
He decided to cut through the alley.
Yeah, because they met up with each other. So he ran into her. Yeah. I forgot what.
She's like, I moved in with Harry or something. Was that?
Yeah, and then she was like, come to my show.
Yeah.
And he was like, I definitely come to your show. And then she walked off, and as she turned the corner, you see some guys come up, and they're like, ooh, and they go follow her into the
because that's how rape happens.
I like that she was a waitress too.
Yeah, she was a waitress.
And her boss was gross looking. Her boss actually looked like how a boss would be in the little shit. Excuse me, Miss Watson.
In New York.
I can attest to that.
Okay, here's the other one. I think Kevin Smith brought this up. I actually agree with this. Tom Holland has a very slight New York accent, which is good. But I feel this motherfucker lives in Queens. Tobey Maguire in the movie, so they don't have New York acccents.
That's true.
They should be saying dead ass goblin. You know what I mean?
Right. It should dead ass. Yeah.
Yo, dead ass. You're right. They really should have that.
Yeah, they missed out.
Because all New Yorkers have a little bit of a New York.
I feel like that was at the point where they didn't take certain stuff seriously. Like Wolverine, the first X-Men movie. That dude was not jacked. He was very hairy and very scrawny looking. You see the picture.
Tall. Which is dumb, but okay.
Well, no, he was very hairy. He had a shirtless scene, and he was just nothing but.
He just thought he could work out a month before the movie.
And he was very small. He was just a regular dude. And then they jacked him up.
The hairiness is good.
The hairiness is good because that is Wolverine. Yeah. But he was in the next movies, all the other movies, he went from being hairy to being bald. And then they cut all that hair off that he had, and it was when did you
Yeah, right. I just realized that actually. They just wanted to show. People were like, "Oh, Hugh Jackman," and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna lean into this."
He's Hugh
Yeah,
Jackman.
check out his jacked.
What else was Spider-Man in there?
Oh shit. I don't know what else.
Okay, so they included the old tune from it, Spider-Man, and then the train station, the Spider-Man. Like,
I like that you got to see how the people interacted with, like how they like.
Guy with 8 hands, that's kind of hot.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like
you
that.
She does butt stuff.
Yeah, she.
You know, like
Spider-Man would be the best at BDSM, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. Just wet her up real quickly.
But yeah, I did like how they saw it from the people's eye view.
I remember that movie pretty well. I haven't seen it, and everything we're talking about, I'm just like from memory.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
It's impactful. Yeah.
You know what's fucked up? Here's a little thing real quickly. Yeah. You think Mary Jane and like Spider-Man, and I know in the comics after a while their marriage becomes like kind of rocky.
Oh,
but you think after a while,
non-existent.
Like this shit kind of happens where she gets kind of taken or pretty much has to be saved every now and then that's gotta be exciting. You think after a while they have to to have fun, they have to escalate it. Yeah, they have to. They put her in a weird situation. They purposely put her in a situation where something might happen.
I think you probably can fuck her like in some skyscrapers and shit. You know what I mean? Like goes
just hang her down.
Yeah,
Jesus some fuck.
Shit. You know what I mean?
People look up like, what the fuck is that?
Spider-Man just fucking.
If you're going for too long, your shit dissolves.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
what happens.
Yeah, they dissolve after a while. Yeah,
after an hour. Yeah.
After an hour, 1 hour.
1 hour. It takes an hour for it to dissolve.
Oh, you know that? That's cool.
Yeah.
See, I want to know the science behind that.
I like his whole room. Remember, he's trying to practice this webbing. His whole room's like full of that shit. I think after that dissolves, it's just gonna look like jizz.
Right? What does it dissolve into? It doesn't just go into the air.
And his Aunt May's gonna walk in. He's like, "Oh man, his body's going through some changes."
That's what you said.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
That'd be too much, man.
All right, so I wanted to end this episode with another segment called Super Quest, where I ask like a super question, like if you was a superhero, what would you do? Like A, B, C type of thing.
Okay. Let's hear it.
All right, so if you had a sidekick, you had a partner, and you caught him doing drugs in the bathroom.
What kind of drugs are we talking about here?
Hardcore drugs.
Hard drugs? Were you shooting up?
You're Batman and Robin's
the
just
fuck up.
doing smack.
Yeah, all right, so would you would you A, beat the shit out of him, B, take him to rehab, C, tell him that he can't be like your sidekick anymore,
These are some extreme choices.
or D, all of the above?
I try to find the root of the problem.
Kick his ass, take him to rehab, and be like, you're fired, bro. Get out of here.
What superhero am I? I'm just one superhero. Like, he's just my sidekick.
This is actually from a comic book. This is from what's it called? Green Arrow. This is what Green Arrow
is. Red arrows.
Yeah, Red Arrow.
Drugs,
Yeah, he started doing. He did hardcore drugs and got caught.
So drugs have a underlying cause. It's never just for fun. Like there's a reason.
He had a fucked up childhood, and it was like he was going through a lot of shit.
Fuck your options. I would literally take him to a mountain somewhere. Like just me and him.
You in this fucking mountain,
and
man.
No.
Watch you detox, my friend.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, I'm like hermit style shit. Like we're just gonna go here for a month.
Okay.
We're living off the land, and like you're just gonna have.
So you'll help him. I didn't have that.
Rehab through me.
Yeah. Okay.
Rehab through me. Like we're gonna talk this.
I would see if these drugs, hopefully they're not psychedelic, they're kind of more like cocaine or speed or something, and they would heighten his fighting abilities. And I would
benefit. Every now and then give him a bump before you start fighting.
I'm like, bro, those guys, you remember how your dad used to hit you? The same thing. Go get him, bro.
The same thing.
I would get in his head. I'm like, crime is bad, bro. Like all his demons at night, I would whisper shit to him. I'm like, no, you need to stop crying because they hear the one that slapped your mother. You know,
oh my god.
And then that would help.
You'd get angrier. That kid was already fucking angry.
Yeah,
I like his answer better.
Yeah, I think.
Fuck with that answer though.
Yeah, all right. And if he dies, I'll just get a new sidekick.
And then the other thing is like my answer's kind of unrealistic because if he's actually like Green Arrow, he's had a company to run and be Green Arrow. Like you can't just kind of leave for a while. I guess he could.
He could actually.
Rich people. Oh yeah.
He could.
The city needs me. Not anymore. But yeah, I don't know. Like that's a tough choice because that's a very personal. Like it depends on what's like. I guess if I'm a father figure to this kid. You know, like, or if I'm a mentor or something like that, then yeah, that's what I would do. Okay. If it's like we're just professionally working together, but sidekicks are always more than that. It's never just a all right, see you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's like, yeah, you live with me. We do shit. We do all this together. Like, I give you my biggest secret. You know, and so
yeah, you don't want
that's why I would take like a personal approach to it. Like it'd be like a very in-depth thing.
That was a good one.
Addiction is a serious problem, bro.
Yeah. Usually comes from the shit around you. You got to change the surroundings.
Yeah.
That's not like proven or anything, but it's, I don't know. I think it really is a big part of it. Like with that kid, something was going on with him.
He was getting fucked. He was having a fucked up life. I don't know if this was after. No, it had to be before.
Like I'd beat his dad's ass if I found out that was the reason for it. Like I would, that choice of beating the kid's ass. No, I'd go fuck his dad up.
Right.
Be like, this is my city.
I think it did have something to do with his parents or something like that. I think something.
Oh, yeah.
I never read the comic exactly, but I want to say that it was about this. I know his life was fucked up, and he just went to do drugs because his life was fucked up. But I don't know the reason why.
But I stick to my just make sure
amplify him.
Yeah.
I would give him psychedelics.
Yeah.
In that aspect, I would take away the heroin.
Yeah.
And give him fucking give him some PC some
I would put him undercover because as a junkie into we're trying to dismantle this ring or stuff. He's already got crackhead properties.
And then you lose him because he's a fucking crackhead. He just runs off somewhere.
No, the mission.
Crackheads have strength. You see a crackhead put a fucking fridge on his back and ride a bike?
Yeah.
He would then get on the fucking bike and ride off. Like, that's either meth or crack. One of them, white or black. Depends on where you're at.
That's true.
All right. Well, that's all I had to say.
All right.
Yeah.
It was nice.
That was the only,
I mean, I got more. I got
one
more.
episode is good. There you go.
One
episode. Either one or two. I mean, if you want to know, I can give you a second.
That's all you motherfuckers get.
That's
you
all
get that one.
Wrap it up. Tune in.
Everybody gets
next
one.
time.
Tune in next time. That is good. That is a good way to end it. Tune in next time on Nerds Are Simple.
And it sounds like Dragon Ball. You know when he goes, "Will Goku suck his?"
I mean, it's nerd shit. So you can add that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's how we cut it out. That's how we cut it out. That's great.
All right. Bye bye, motherfuckers. Okay.